Hey everyone, I'm Brooke and welcome to my channel. So spring and the warmer weather has finally arrived, which means the summer travel season is around the corner, and I figured it was the perfect time to share with you my 15 or so tech travel essentials that I pretty much refuse to travel without. And if you didn't already know, tech and travel are pretty much my two favorite things in the entire world, and I used to be a flight attendant, so the fact that these items have made this list should say something. Alright, so starting off with my accessories pouch, because most of the items we're going to talk about today live in here when I travel. This is a pouch I picked up from a brand called TomTalk, and I really love it because I find it's very well designed. It is compact, but it's very sturdy, and the material is water resistant as an added bonus. It has these two really convenient handles, one on either side, so super handy regardless of how you throw it in your bag. It's easy to take out. And the best thing about this pouch, and probably the reason why it's my favorite one, it actually stays open and it does not fall over, which is such a minor thing, but incredibly important. And on the inside, there's just so many different pockets and different sizes of pockets that you can really find a home for pretty much everything. It has a pencil holder, so I often put my Apple Pencil and just a regular pen there. It has a really handy lanyard that they do advertise putting an AirTag on, but I actually use it for my memory stick because that's the little thing I'm reaching for the most, I guess. An AirTag, I just leave it in a pocket and I know it's there when I need it. And then they also have this really handy little memory card holder. And there is some pretty good padding in here, so whenever I am traveling with something a little bit more fragile, like a GoPro, a hard drive, something like that, I feel good knowing it's in here. It's going to be well protected throughout the journey. Now, when it comes to headphones, I do travel with 3 pairs of headphones, and some people might find it excessive, but I think it's necessary. So on planes and in the loudest environments, I'm always wearing over-ear noise-canceling headphones. And for that, I'm still using the Bose Quiet Comfort 35 Series 2. These are a few years old. They still work really well. There's a little bit of wear and tear on them, but nothing serious at this point. And I like them. I find them very comfortable. Silver's a great color. The noise cancellation is really good for the planes, so I still really like these. I will upgrade eventually. I know there's the new Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra, I think I've seen good things about. If you have them, let me know what you think of them in the comments, but I think I'm really gonna wait until the new AirPod Maxes come out, which will probably be sometime next year, I would assume. So yeah, these though are still good in the meantime. My more convenient everyday sort of headphones are my AirPod Pros, USB-C. These things are awesome. I included them in my EDC video, everyday carry video, that I did a few videos ago, so you can head on over and watch that one after this video. But these headphones are fantastic. They sound so good. The noise cancellation is awesome, and they're somehow better than last generation, which I think I bring up every single time I talk about them because I still don't know how Apple did that. But yeah, these are an essential for sure. And then as a backup, I always have a pair of Apple's wired earbuds with the audio jack and the USB-C adapter so that whenever batteries die or technology decides to hate me, I can use them in a bunch of different scenarios. So with my phone and my iPad, but then also with like the in-flight entertainment system. Now, this next item I picked up last year and it has quickly become one of my favorites, and it is a wireless transmitter. So with this thing, I plug this into the headphone jack on the airplane, and then I can still use my expensive noise canceling headphones to watch movies and stuff like that. So there's no wires to get tangled around when you're trying to eat on the airplane. When the person in the middle seat has to go to the bathroom, they don't get caught in your wire. It's so much more convenient on the airplane. And the battery, I think it lasts like 25 hours. So you plug it or you charge it once with USB-C and then you're good to go. I do also like traveling with a small Bluetooth speaker, and not for the airplane, don't worry, but for the hotel or Airbnb. And this is a pretty good one by Tribit. It's their Stormbox Bluetooth speaker. And for a speaker of this size and under $100, it's honestly surprising how good it sounds. And even the bass is pretty decent, which is very impressive. But yeah, I like this one. It is waterproof, it charges with USB-C, and it has this nice strap on the back, so you can attach it to like a bike or a backpack when you're hiking, something like that. There is a newer model of this speaker, still under $100, but I do recommend that's the one you get because I think the battery life is a little bit longer than this one. I always travel with my Kindle Paperwhite because that way I can have a fiction and a nonfiction book with me without actually having to pack them. And it's waterproof, it's anti-glare, so when I'm outside or at the beach, I don't have to worry about that. And it also has warm light for when I'm reading at night. Plus, it's USB-C. I also travel with my 11-inch AirPad Pro Gen 3 with the Magic Keyboard and the Apple Pencil, because if I do not need to bring a laptop, I absolutely will not bring it. And I can do pretty much everything on my iPad, so I use it for editing photos, browsing emails, and I'll download a whole bunch of content from like YouTube and Netflix to have on the go. The one thing though is my iPad Pro and Magic Keyboard are so heavy, basically weighs the same as my laptop, but I did hear the new iPad Pros and Magic Keyboards are a lot lighter, so that may be the move. We'll see. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking of getting the new iPad Pros. For charging, I used to bring both a wall power brick and a wireless power bank, but now I don't have to because I found that Anker makes a 2-in-1 hybrid charger. So the wall charger is 65 watts and it has 2 USB-C ports and a USB-A port. And then the power bank is 10,000 milliamp hours. So it's not huge, but definitely more than enough to charge and top up my laptop, iPad, or iPhone when I'm on the go. And if ever you've been on an airplane that didn't have an outlet at your seat and your device was running out of battery, you, like me, will be so thankful to have this. I do though wish it were 100 watts and it had a 3rd USB-C port. So it's not perfect, but it is good enough. If you though know of one that is 100 watts with an extra port, link it in the comments please, because I will buy it immediately. Now, when I go on a trip, I end up taking hundreds of photos, and I used to bring a small Canon super zoom camera that I do sometimes still bring, but honestly 98% of my photos now are just taken on my iPhone. And so I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max in the white titanium, 256 gigabytes, which is a decent amount of storage, but not a ton. We'll talk about that in a second. And honestly, I just love this phone. The photos and videos are just so consistently good. The colors are awesome, regardless of the condition, if I'm taking photos at night or not. It just like, I know I'm gonna get a good photo pretty much every single time. I love the action button, and actually I've just been leaving it as the camera button because I find when I have my phone in a pocket or a bag, I can quickly like turn on the camera just from feel, and so I get the perfect shot in record time. And yeah, honestly, this is a great iPhone, so if you are thinking of upgrading, I do recommend. The first photo accessory I bring is the world's smallest tripod. At least that's what the marketing material says, but I believe it. Look at this thing. This is a tripod, and it snaps onto your phone. So it's from a brand called Moft. This video is not sponsored, but they did send me this to test out, and I absolutely love it. Because look, it's like their MagSafe wallet, but it's an actual tripod. And then when you need it, you just pull it down. You can use it in this like selfie vlogging mode, or you can open up the base to give it a little stand. You can move it and get different angles. You can also turn it into landscape mode if that's what you're doing. It's so convenient. It's so small. It takes up no space. So I just like having it with me in case, and that way I can get the perfect shot, time lapse, group photo, something like that. It's awesome. The next little accessory is a super small 1 terabyte SSD. And so this is from the brand called Crucial. It is their X9 Pro. I'll link it down below, but this is one of the smallest SSDs I've seen, so it's perfect for traveling. And because the iPhone 15s are now USB-C, super awesome, I can just plug it into my phone when I'm running out of storage to get all the pictures I need. Now, the best part, and I am not taking credit for this, I saw this on a YouTube channel called Better Creating, is you can kind of retrofit it to put a magnet on. So then you just magnetically snap it to your phone. You get a super short USB-C cable that goes into your phone, and then you have 1 terabyte extra storage on your phone. You can take all the photos and videos you need to when you're traveling, no problem. So I will link all 3 pieces of this down below because it is incredible, it's genius, and it's a lifesaver. All right, this category is a little bit of a stretch. You'll see what I mean. But the first item, of course, is an AirTag. I put these things in everything. I used to have 4, I'm now up to 8, and I could still use more. These things are awesome. Peace of mind, I throw them in all my bags, purses, wallets, camera gear. Everything has an AirTag. That way I can track the location. If I lose it, I just know where it is, make sure it gets on the plane, that sort of thing. AirTags, there's not much to say, they're freaking incredible. Next up is for international travel specifically, and it is a universal travel adapter. So this thing is super convenient. I used to have all the different outlet adapters individually, and I'd have to remember to bring it and find it. It was just a whole ordeal. So this one has saved me so much time. On the back, it has all of the different adapters. At least 90% of the world is covered or something, so it has pretty much every single one. And you would just press and slide to get the adapter you need depending on where you're going. It's just super easy and convenient to have with you. It has a traditional like 3-prong plug thing on the front, but then underneath it even has USB and USB-A ports to make it even better. So this thing, highly recommend for international travel. You just have it and you know you have the adapters you need. For health tech, first up is the Philips One electric toothbrush. I love a good electric toothbrush, and this one hits the mark. I just leave it, it comes with this travel case, but I just leave it in my suitcase so that when I'm traveling, I know I have it and it's good to go. There's 2 versions of this. I got the AAA battery version so that I can replace the battery whenever I need to. I don't need to worry about charging it, but there is a rechargeable battery version. So if that's your thing, they got you covered. But this thing's awesome. It vibrates, so 2 minutes, you're done. Heads are replaceable. It's a toothbrush, but it's awesome. This next item is technically not tech, but I like to think of it as tech adjacent. And it is a pair of earplugs by a company called Happy Ears. They're made in Sweden, and I don't believe they're on Amazon. I buy them directly from the company, but I'll include that link down below. These things are great. This is wearing earplugs every night. First of all, like if you have snorers in your life, you just need earplugs, but it is a tip I picked up when I was a flight attendant. So for traveling, it's perfect because you just never know when you need to sleep, where you need to sleep, and these come in handy. The reason I love these though so much, first of all, they're reusable, so way better for the environment. These ones specifically, the green ones, are made from ocean plastics, which I just think is pretty cool. But they're very easy to clean. They do come in this little travel case. I am a side sleeper, so I find foam earplugs are incredibly uncomfortable. I cannot recommend these things enough. I will just say, like most earplugs, they are not going to block out every single noise, but it muffles noises enough that it kind of lulls you to sleep, I find. So traveling or not, I use these every single night. Now, I am a big fan of reusable water bottles just in general, but especially when I'm traveling, I like to use the more higher tech water bottles because it kills bacteria. So this water bottle is by Monos. It's their UVC Keo, I think is what it's called, water bottle. And this is great, especially for traveling. It has a little button at the top that would basically use a light to kill 99% of bacteria. So when I'm traveling and I'm filling up my water bottle in some pretty sketchy places at time, I can just feel a little bit better about what I'm drinking. And it's awesome. It's insulated, so it'll keep cold beverages cold for like 24 hours, hot for 12, and has this little strap, USB-C rechargeable. And yeah, honestly, this thing is just great. And again, peace of mind when you're traveling. As someone who travels a lot, and if you travel a lot, you may know as well, traveling can just be so unpredictable and frustrating, nightmarish at times. And these items for me are honestly tried and true. They are my essentials that go with me on every trip. So I will add links for all of them in the description box down below. Most of them will be Amazon links. A few of them aren't, but I'll still add links to the websites down below. So if you're curious and check them out. I do appreciate it. It helps support this channel so that I can make more and better videos for all of you. So if you did get value out of today's video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss future tips and tricks, and have a great day.